today I'm speaking once again. What we will see the adjusting frame appearance with the relieving, that is the continuation part from our previous class. So frame widgets can be configured with the relief attributes, and that creates a border around the frame. So you can set the relief to be any of the different kind of the five form. Those are the flat, sunken, raise, group, and raise. So in the previous programs, what we have seen only the basics. Or this is a flat. So we are not easily to identify where is the frame actually. This was our problem. So with help of the others four, like the sunken raise and group and raise way, we can easily identify these are really frame we have. So to apply the border effect, you must set a border bit, that is the attribute to the value greater than the one. So that is the point. By default border we have a one, but we need to define the value as a two or three more than the one. We have to keep in mind. So this attribute adjusts the width of the border in pixel. That's the point. Whatever value you are passing in the GUI based application in form of the pixels only. The best way to get a feel for what each effect look like is to see them for yourself. So it's a choice what kind of the what is the bit for the border you want to keep as it is. So here we have a small program by which we will understand everything. So in front of I'm just writing, let us understand the uh, frame appearance. Okay, this is the good thing, appearance. Frame appearance with the relief, or we can see the some border. So this is suggested only. Now import take enter library. Okay, as a TK you can like write. Now then we need to define the some border effect. So border, you can lay I guess BE means border effect. Okay, now so what are the border effect? You can put the border effect in just many way. So which is this equal to I'm just writing the what are the border effect. Flat. By default we have a flat. So flat column in form of the dictionary. I'm just defining everything, and here tk dot this flat, this should be the capital. Okay, so this water effect we have to write in capital because these are the case sensitive something. Now next one is sunken. Okay, I'm just writing sunken. These are the value and these are the key, and these are values. This is the point. Next one we have the tk dot I think this should be come over here. Let me write correctly. This is not like this. Yeah, tk dot sunken, and next we have raised. So you can write rai raised this value, and tk dot raised. Next is a group. Group. Here you can write the tk dot grove group. And next one is riz. Okay, so riz colon and tk dot idg riz. If I execute this code, you can see there will be no error because everything was written properly. For a betterment in one screen, you can see. So like this way, I can write for just understanding purpose only, for the programming style only. Next, I need to make a program variable, the variable which is used to access all the properties from the take into library. So I'm taking the w. Okay, you can take any other variable w. That's the for window. tk dot t then k. Okay, and now I'm just trying to prepare the some appearance. So I'm giving the uh, X, and it could be any variable. And I'm giving the another variable as a Y in the border effect. So just this one, border effect dot items. Okay, so I can read all the items from the our define is enter. This X will be the name. Okay, my the appearance name. Okay, this is the point. So here I'm defining the frame F is equal to tk dot frame. Okay, you can define this one frame. Here you need to pass the master equal to, and master is what, as I told you, the representation of the information on the window. So here I'm using the window, that is my variable w we have. So I'm writing here relief is basically what that is used to represent the information of the frame appearance into relief form. So I need to use the relief. This is a word I have to take, and the relief I am just taking a variable as a y. Okay, and then border width. So what is the border width I'm taking? That is a 5 only. I'm repeating, this is a pixel size only. And now I'm just let me check over here. This is yeah, this one. And now I need to use the pack manager. This is the other actually geometry we can manage on the window by the 3 different way. So first one, we are using the pack only as a default. Other than 2, we have place and grid. That part we will see after sometimes. So here we need to pack the frame on the window. So f dot pack method we need to call, and then putting the this one. Here we need to define the side. So you can also pass some parameters, so optional parameter, but you want to pass, then you can pass. So I'm just that should be on the left side only. Okay. And I'm just defining some label. So label, I can take the variable L for understanding purpose. And this tk dot label, and which is a frame master, should be frame. So on the label can be frame, label can be shown on the frame. Okay, so that's why we have to use the frame as a master. Now text I can take as a x. So x is just nothing, which is my relief name. See, this could be x and y could be your constant parameter, but I'm taking as a right now x and y. If this will not work, then instead of the xy, I have to take the constant parameter that could be the relief name and relief. But here I'm just changing something to understand is really working or not. So let us check. And then this label should also be packed on the window. And then we have the Windows main loop. So what is the window? That is this one, and main loop. So this is a small program we have seen by showing the frame appearance. Let me check to execute this code. So now we are getting the error, means the B items. Okay, so where is the border effect dot items? Dictionary object has no items. Okay, spelling mistakes actually. ITE. Yeah, let me execute right now and see. Yeah, it's perfectly working over here. So when I will show the my whole all the outputs, then I will share the my entire screen. But here I'm just seeing it's really working or not. So I've seen over here it's really working. So what this programming telling to us? This programming telling to us how to appear the frame into the 5 different appearance form. Okay, so when I will show the whole the program's output one by one, rather than the showing the one by one, I will like to show the all the things while sharing the my screen. Okay, because I have to share the all the screen to show the or to move to the one window to another window. So that's the reason. So no problem. This is the point we have to keep in mind. After this point, we have to understand the some important things, that is the controlling the layout with the geometry manager. Okay, so controlling layout with geometry manager is telling to us how you are adding the widget to the windows and frame using the pack. So the point we have to keep in mind right now, so far we have used the pack method, but that is not exactly the method it does in actually. So what we have other two methods, and what are those methods? Place and grid. So until now you have been adding the widget to the windows and frame widget using the pack method, as you have seen the program as well. So but you have not learned the many things what exactly this method is does. That's the point. So let us clear the things in with the help of the application layout in the Trinket library to control the geometry manager. And while pack is nothing, which is an example of the geometry manager, and that is not a really one. Other than this one, we have a two other methods which are more important to us and learning purpose: place and grid. So each window or frame, as you can see on the screen, while the example you will see while learning or while executing, your application can use only the one geometry manager, but however different frames can be use a different geometry manager. So even if they are assigned to a frame or window using the another geometry manager, start by taking closer look at the pack method. So from this point, if you remember the various example you have seen, if I'm showing the frame, just if you remember the previous examples in the last class, what we have shown, see, look at the first level and second level. Of course we have swapped or exchanged as well, but how to identify the the frame is really coming on the right position or not? So we are not able to justify this point. To understand this point, we have a other point, that is a grid and place method. Rather than the pack method we will use, just you can see, just L1 pack we have used, L2 pack we have used. Now today's example we have also used the L pack, that is a level pack, and we also use the frame pack as well. So regarding this one, we have the two other methods. Okay, so I'm writing here dot pack method. We have seen to understand how to represent window, window or frame. Okay, like this one, like this method, we have two more methods. Okay, what are those? I'm writing here. Number one dot place method. Okay, and next one we have the dot grid method. Next one is the grid method. Okay, so by using these two methods, you can represent your windows of frame according your requirement, where you can place the frame on the appropriate position. So the pack geometry manager, what is doing right now? Okay, so far what we have seen, the pack geometry manager uses a packing algorithm to place a widgets. What are the widgets? Label, text box, multiple text box, buttons. These are the widgets in a frame or window in a specified order. So for a given widget, is a packing algorithm has a two primary steps. What we have seen. So about the packing, I'm speaking right now. First, it will compute the rectangle area called the parcel, and that is just tall or that's just only the wide, depend on the size of your window. Enough to hold the bucket and fill the remaining width or height in the window with the blank space. Now center the bucket in the parcel unless the different location as is specifying. So if I'm not specifying the location of the my bucket, then it will come on the center. If I'm not defining, it will come. If I'm not defining, it will come on the center. If I'm defining, it will come on the specified location. So dot pack is just powerful. I agree with this point, but it can be difficult to visualize. The best way to get the feel for the pack is to look at some examples as we have seen. So what happened if when you use the pack with the three different levels as a frame? So here I will go with the continuation with the other examples. Now you can feel this example, then I will share the my entire screen to show the output. I will show the previous example as well. So here I'm writing a simple program to explore the more pick method. Okay. So here I'm writing uh, explore for more examples of dot pack method. Okay. So here I'm importing the very famous library Tinker library. So I will not write again the same thing. I'm just copy and paste. It will save my time. And then I'm taking the w dot tk dot t this one. Now I'm just creating the frame one. So I'm just writing the frame one dot frame one. So I'm just copy this one frame, and this is my first frame. So I will use a three frame, and master means the master that will be on a window. On the window, this frame should be appear, and height I'm just picking height just only the 100 pixels only, and width I'm just giving only the as per you can define the 25. Okay. With the help of some advanced programming, you can also adjust its various locations. But right now, I'm not defining any location. I'm just keeping this one only now. So background color, I'm just taking only green. Okay. This is my first frame is I have created. If I go to the second frame, I can also define and but parallelly, I'm just using the pack method. So what I can do pack. So this is pack method I'm calling to specify over here. This is the frame that will be appear on the my window only. And which is a window? The by default window that is using by the my master parameter. So master is a parameter that is used to define or represent your window on the screen, and on that window this frame will be appear. So I'm packing the frame on the my window. So this back method will be more applicable. So you can fill by the some different parameters, whatever the parameter you want to use, you can use. So now I'm going to pass the other parameter. It's a choice, it's optional, but you can pass. It's X. Okay. Second thing, I'm just copying the first two parameter as first two statements as it is, and just changing it's only the color code and changing it's only the name only. Now what I'm doing, I'm just copying as it is. This actually x tk.x I'm just mentioned over here that defines that x capital X means on the x-axis actually. This is the point. Okay, this is the on the x-axis. So rather than the f1, I'm just need to write the f2, and here I need to just change the some size. So 65 I'm taking. Okay, I'm just taking only the 35 something. Whatever size you want to pass, you can take the color code. I'm just taking the color code red as well. Okay. Same thing I can go with the next frame, that is the three frame. You can also take the multiple frames, whatever the frames you want to take. So here I'm just changing its only param values, and either 65 I can take the 85. Here I can take the 45, just like think something whatever you want to. Here I can put the different color, so I'm just putting the blue color. Okay, blue color. Okay, you can take green, red, blue. You can take whatever the color you want to take. You can take as per your convenience. Now I'm just writing the w dot main loop. Now if I try to execute this code, now you can easily see, definitely of course I will show by sharing the my screen how the our frames are looking like. Okay, so now I'm going to share the my entire screen to show the my two resulted output what we have seen by the program as well. So now I'm going to share the my entire screen I'm sharing, and then you need to tell me is it visible or not. Now this one. Now let us come to the output of the first program, then we will see. So what we have seen so far, we have seen the frame appearing. So as I'm telling you right now, flat, sunken, raised, groove, and raise. So if I'm executing this code, you will able to see, now you will see the output. The output is visible to you. Tell me yes or no. The output is visible to the five different frame appearance are coming on the screen on the one window. It is coming on the centralized because we have not fixed specified any location, so it is coming on the centralized and it is just adjusted by the our window only. It is visible to all right now. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
The output of this program. Okay, so you can see there is no button, but it just only appearance. The range is looking like it's a button, but it's not a button. It's a frame a representation. How I'm just showing the my frame. You have seen this kind of the example while filling the many form online form or many things which just represented the information only. If I'm closing this one, the now program execution will terminate. Now, when I was talking about the pack method few couple of the seconds ago, so I did nothing special. I just called the user three frames and that is representing on the my window based on the different size and heights followed by the different three colors. So now I'm executing this code. Now you can see again the same representation. This is a it's very how to move. Yeah, this. So you can see based on the pixel size, 100 and whatever size I passed over here, according to this one, it is just appearing on the my screen as well. Okay, so it is showing on the my x-axis. Axis means on the x directions way it will represent. If I change something, like suppose I'm changing its by. Let us see is it perfectly working or not. So we will see the output. I'm changing in front of you. Then see, yes, program is all terminated. So now you can see the you have seen the total. Its representation is totally different. So information are representing by the frame into the particular horizontally or followed by the x and axis and y axis respectively. So this is a program which is showing that how we are packing the our object that could be the frame or we can say this is a bigot on the our window. That is the example. Okay. Now I'm going to again sharing my some part of the screen. Then I will write the program properly in front of you to show the everything. So I will go continue with the my next program followed by the beautification part. So you can pass the by and you can change the some parameter. Okay. So some program I'm just copying all this is a program same program and I'm just pass the something here I'm just keeping as it is x. Okay, and I will not like to change the other parameter. I'm just keeping as it is x. Here I will just keep the y and I'm just changing its horizontal or direction. So I would like to take the left. Okay, so left should be in capital and just copying this point over here and then yeah. uh, okay. Oh, this is side actually. Okay, this is the typing mistakes. Okay, I'm just writing correctly. Yeah, just copying the same thing is just paste and then paste and yes, let us check. Yeah, it's perfectly working, and I will show the output. Don't worry about this point right now. So this is a pack method. Okay, and the next time just changing something to you. Uh, I'm just updating the some parameter can be passed the x and y parameter as we are passing parallelly. So we are filling the our window by the x-axis basis or by axis basis. Can we use the both one? Yes, we can also use. So I'm copying this code and I will see. So rather than the fill tk.by, we can write the both. It means is supported by the both part and side. I can take either left or right as a left or right as according to the my need. So I'm keeping as it is left and there's another parameter I'm remembering right now. So I would like to share with you. We can expand the true. I will tell you the what the beauty of the true. So I'm just keeping all the information as it is. This one. Okay, so fill dot both. Okay, tk dot both. Again, it's typing mistakes. tk dot These are the small things you have to keep in mind while writing the program on the main examination as well. So these two programs are perfectly working, and I will share the my entire screen, then you will easily see. But in between, I would like to tell the more detail about the place geometry. So far we have seen the pack method, and I will show the resultant of these two programs, which is just change some parameter into the existing program. Then I will show the output while sharing the on the screen or entire screen. But in between, I would like to tell more something about the dot place geometry manager. You can also use a dot place geometry method, as we couple of the minutes ago we have seen this concept. Okay, like this method, the place and grid. So now I'm talking about right now the place. So let us more explore about the place method. So you can also use a dot place method to control the precise location that widget should occupy in the window or frame. So you must provide a two keywords argument x and y, which specify the x coordinate and for x coordinate for the left most corner. Please keep in mind specify the x and y coordinates to for the top left corner for the widget, and both x and y are measured into the pixels, not x unit. I'm repeating once again, whatever the parameter x and y you coordinate you are passing, that is under come into the pixels parameters only, pixels measurement only. So keep in mind the origin where x and y are would be as a default position 0 and 0, and that would be the top left corner. But I can pass some parameter, I can change this position of the frame or window. So you can think of the by argument of the place dot place as a number of the pixels from the top of the window, and the x argument as the number of the pixels from the left edge of the window. I'm repeating the my statement once again. You need to keep in mind when I'm passing the y value, okay, using the dot place method, then I'm just working about the number of the pixels from the top corner, okay, top of the window. Keep in mind y means top of the window. X argument I'm using, that is number of the pixel I'm passing to represent my information from the left edge of the window. Okay, so this is the point you have to keep in mind. So let us understand the same thing by using the our simple concept, that is by using the place method. So I would like to write the program in front of you, so I will not change anything much over here. I'm just keeping these two because I will use the same method again and again. So same things I'm just need to write. Frame I'm taking as a frame, I'm taking as a first frame. Okay, so it's better to write some changes. Frame equal to tk dot frame I'm writing, and master parameter I have to take only w. And in this case I'm not just passing anything special, I'm except to the width and height. So I can take the 50 or I can take the 200 because it will be more visible to you, and 100. Nothing, no more parameter I need to pass, and I need to pack this frame on the window, and by the help of the place method I can adjust my level on the specified position. So f dot pack I have to take, and now I need to use the two level. So I'm writing the first level L1 tk dot level. Here definitely your master would be frame. Okay, your master would be frame, and text I'm writing text my first position. Okay, just keep in mind, just I'm just writing simple example. My first position. Okay, so here VG color I'm taking as a uh, red. Okay, whatever color you want to take, you can take it. And L1 dot, this L1 where you want to place. This is the more important. So I can place by the help of the place. I can write the x equal to 0, comma y equal to 0. The point you have to keep in mind, if I'm not placing the place, so this command will be similar to l dot pack. By the help of the place method, I can pass the parameter of the x and y. This is similar to I'm just writing here, this is similar to L1 dot pack. So I don't know want to pack right now. I want to use the place method. So that's why I'm taking right now place method. So can we change its position? Yes, of course. We can also change its next position. So understanding this point, I am taking the another label and keeping the all the information as it is. Okay, I'm just keeping all the information as it is by changing some parameter. What are the parameter? Color parameter. So this would be green. Okay, and this is my second position. Okay, rest of the thing would be as it is. And L2, I need to place on the some specified position. So x equal to, I'm just taking only the 34, and y I'm taking the 25. So this is my position. So this 34 25 is just what is the value. I'm passing the parameter to the pixels value only, pixels form only. Okay, and ultimate what I have to do, I need to use the w, or that is of course windows object, and with the help of the main loop I can use, and let me execute. If there is an error will come, so we will rectify over here. Okay, so now it is executing perfectly, no issue. Okay, this is a good point. So if I'm not getting any error, it means my program is perfectly working over here. But something is overlapping, so I'm changing little bit its position, just changing its little bit position. Okay, yes, now perfectly, because both levels are overlapping some parts. That's why I'm just changing its coordinate position only. So x and y just keeping the coordinate position. These are simple things we have seen. In between, I will like to tell more about the grid geometry. Then I will show the output of the both grid and place geometry manager simultaneously by the sharing the my entire screen. So the grid geometry manager. What is the purpose of the grid geometry manager? The geometry manager you will likely use most often, that is a grid. So which provide to all the power of the pack in a format that is easy to understand the maintain. So the grid method, dot grid method, works by splitting a window of frame into rows and columns, and you specify the location of a widget by calling the grid. Of course, the grid is more important. This is the point you have to keep in mind. Suppose you want to split your window into the equal partition, then you can also use the grid method. So it depends upon your programming application requirement. You can use your appropriate geometry manager. That could be place, that could be grid, or that could be pack method. Pack is by default. So you specify the location of the widget by calling the grid method and passing the rows and column indices to the row and column keyword arguments respectively. So both row and column indices starting at the 0 position. So the row index of the one and the column index of the two tells grid dot grid method to place a widget in the third column of the second row. Regarding this one, I'm just remembering a small program. So I'm writing in front of you, and then I will share the my screen to show how it look like the grid method will functionize. So I'm just copying the above two statement as it is, and then you will be happy to see the output. I'm pretty sure. So right now I'm just running a loop. So for I for I in range, okay, 3, and in this case I need to write okay, so in the indices matrices form, so for j in range 3, representing would be into the matrix form. So that's why you need to keep in mind the 3 by 3 matrix. I'm just representing, there would be the 9 boxes or cell, and the first cell will be represented by the 0 0, and last cell will be represented by the 2 2 2. So same concept we are taking. So now f equal to tk dot frame. Here I'm passing some parameter, so master would be w, and you can take the relief keyword. That is a, okay, as we have seen in our program. Relief means just appearance. So you can pass the appearance tk dot raise. That should be capital. Okay. So something we have to keep in mind, and border width. I'm taking the 3. Okay. You can change according to your position or your requirement. and then frame dot frame keyword we have. So here I need to use a grid method. Grid. Here I need to pass the two values, one is rows and column. So row would be our I and column would be j. Okay, so row would be I and column would be j, and I'm taking the label and that represent the information to the textual form. So inside the loop, I'm taking the label equal to gk dot label, and it should display something. So master would be a frame, and rows column should be print. So text equal to f. F is just a small parameter, just vacuum letter that defines that we are writing something to the format form. Okay, so here row, here I. So and then in the next line, okay, escape factor we can take it, and the column should be represented by the j, and this should enter come into the single code. First we have this one. Yes, it's a representing good. Yes, now this should be back on the frame, and now w will window variable which is just used to this one. Let me check any execute this error is coming or not. Okay, so from the my end there's no error, which means it's running perfectly. So now I'm going to share my screen to show the output. So you will able to see the entire output. Now I've shared my entire screen. Now back to the my our window. So I need to show the some more result in part. We have seen this pack example. I'm executing once again in front of you. In this pack example, what we have seen the three different kind of the colors are representing by the for three different frames. That part we can see. Okay, so you can see when I'm just scratching or just expanding my window, then the size, whatever the size I have decided, that is covering on those part only. It means that is not expanding according to the my window is not possible. That's the problem. To troubleshoot such problem, what I have the expand keyword I need to pass. As we couple of the minutes ago in front of you, I pass. If I expanding my window into the x and y direction, that's why I'm passing the both. So it will expand in front of you or according to the Windows convenient. So this program I'm just executing. Now you can see there's an actual frame window size coming. Okay. Now when I'm scratching, see when I'm scratching or I'm just expanding according to the my convenient of the window, it automatically adjustable, and that's the reason we have used the expand. Okay, this is the point. Okay, so this is the reason we have used expand. So you can just pass the different parameter according to your convenience, whatever you want to. This is a pack method. So this is the pack method we have seen. Now it is clear to everyone. Anyone want to ask any question? Yes, tell me.
No, sir.
So now I'm just stopping this execution. Now I'm coming to the next point, which is just describing the place and grid method. In the place method, what I have to explain, and I've already explained. I'm doing everything as it is my convenient. But in the place method, it is similar to the pack method. But in the pack method, I'm not passing any parameter, no x and y. But in the place method, it is mandated to pass the x and y parameter. So I'm passing as a default 0 0. So you can see, just let me execute, then resultant, yeah, resultant experience will be more worthful. So that's why I'm showing the output first, and then we will discuss. Yeah. Now I'm just expanding like this way. You can see there's a problem. If I'm extracting my window or scratching my window, then whatever the position as I initialized on the of the label on frame, it is coming on that part only, or just adjusting on the centralized. That's the problem. So what I need to do, I need to just pass the expand parameter, then I can manage the thing as according to the my requirement. Well, see. So let us discuss this one right now, the place method. So when I'm executing this code, you can see you can see the my first position. This is a parameter I'm passing in the red color, or this is a label I'm passing the red color on the first position 0 0. It is coming on that part. When I'm passing the 64 and 55, because what is the my frame size? You can see 200 and 100 pixels I'm passing over here. So when I'm passing the 65, 55, so my at the green color frame is, or a level is coming on this position. So I can adjust the position of the level or any widgets as according to the my convenience. So I'm changing something in front of you just for 4G, just I'm taking white. Okay. And next I'm just changing something just to show the output, and see I'm just changing it's a 75, and now I'm just changing it's 85. Okay, no problem. I'm re-executing. Okay, so see, so you can see it's just little bit, just at the bottom side is cutting down, because that was not part of the frame, so that's why. So I need to adjust my frame size and many things. Okay, so now you can see this is our output. So place method will be more important whenever you need to show the buckets on the specified location. So pack method is a by default method. Place method will be used to position your all the buckets, whatever the bucket text or label, multi-text, whatever you want to do. Okay. And in the next, we have this one, that is a grid method. So grid I'm showing, and then you can see the output. Yes, you can see the output easily. Yeah. Let me explain this program. So I'm just running the information in a loop. So my the frame is divided into the 3 by 3. Okay. So with help of the this concept, I am passing the relief as a raised. So it just come into the raised form. The all the component, just all the component will come to the raised form. And by the help of the grid, I can divide the my, or I can split the my frame into the n number of the required required grid position. So I'm changing something, so then you will easily understand more thing. Here I'm changing, here I'm just changing 5. Okay, 5 by 5. Okay, and instead of the relief, instead of the raise, I'm just passing the raise. Okay, just changing something. And water bit, I'm just keeping only the 5. The rest of the thing I'm just keeping as it is. I'm executing this code, and now you can see the relief is just coming. That relief means the appearance of the our frames, that will be considered into the risk form. And water bit I have just increased, that is a 5, of course, inform the pixels only. And you can see over here, that's a our grid method will dividing or splitting the our window into the 5 by 5 form. So initial will be come from the 0 0, rows and column will be positioned on the 0 0, and automatically adjusted last 4 by 4. So this is the beauty of the our pack method, place method, and grid method. If we have seen, this is the reason we need to understand. So the output is clear. Just tell me yes or no. The output is clear. These are small code which help you to understand the, to write a very some GUI based application. There are many things you can easily understand. This is a good thing. Now it is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. 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 So now I'm going to stop sharing this window. I would like to share only this window, and then we will discuss the some more method now. So here, suppose this is good thing. So the frames in the our previous examples are placed tightly next to one another. You have seen the some examples. Then you have seen by using the grid method, all the frames and all the our splitted parts are coming into the very tightly closed. Can we give the some space? This space is known as the pad. So can we provide the pad between the two different parts? Is this possible or not? So the frames in the previous example we have seen that are placed tightly next to the one another. So to add some space around each frame, you can set the padding or spacing, or we can say the gapping of each cell in the grid. So padding is just some blank space that surrounds a bucket and visually sets in contain apart. So there are two types of the padding are available in the external and internal padding form we have. So external padding are add some space around the outside of the grid and cell, and it's control the two keywords in the grid method. And first one is a paddx that add the padding on the horizontal direction. If we can pass the other parameter that is pad by, so it adds the padding into the vertical direction. So regarding the same, I'm not changing anything special. I'm just copying the same program, just this one here. This example belong to grid dot grid method. Okay, this example belong to the place which is already written, no issue. Here I'm just writing the same program, just changing something in over here, grid method with padding. Okay, so here we will use a two parameter padx and pad by. These two parameter we will use. Let us understand where we can use this parameter. So when I'm passing the or using the grid method here, I need to pass the pad x, and of course space will enter come into the only pixel size only. So here I'm passing the 7. It's a choice. Whatever you want to pass, you can pass according to your convenience only. 7 equal. I'm passing. You can change its value. No issue about that one. Yes. Now I'm able to see everything perfectly, so there is no issue about this one. So this is very simple things we are seeing over here. But here in between, I have something point I would like to tell. This is a good idea. We can get the window and with the Tinker library and add some bucket and control the application's layout. Here we are doing everything perfectly. That's great. But the application should not look like a good actually. We need to do something that's more important. So here I'm remembering something about the event occurring. So what is an event actually? An event is just nothing which is an action that occurs during the event loop, and that might trigger some behavior in the application, such as when a key or a mouse button is pressed. So suppose I'm pressing something by on the button by mouse. If I'm writing something on the key text box and I'm getting the input from the respectively text box, it is just like similar to the interactive programming. So GUI will be more interactive when event occurring can be happen. So just like example, I'm just creating a calculator, and from the calculator I'm just putting the x and y value, and I'm pressing the add button. Then it will give the resultant output that could be the x plus y. So this could be happened by the our event driven programming. So an event driven programming is nothing which is just defining that what is the event you want to occur at your choice. So key praise, button click, these are the some event driven programming base example. Let me give you the my more idea. An event is just nothing which an action that occurs during the event loop that might trigger some behavior in the application, such as when a key or mouse button is pressed. Okay. So when an event occurs, an event object is emitted. which means that an instance of a class representing the event is created. So you don't need to worry about the instantiation these classes yourself. Tinker library is very good library which help you to create the instance of event classes automatically for you especially. No need to worry about that part. So regardless of this one, we have the using the events and event handler. So when you create a Tinker library or any applications, Tinker based any application, you must call the window main loop as is the last statement we are writing every time in the program w dot main loop and to start the event loop. So during the event loop, your application checks if the event has occurred or not. That's the point. I'm just this see when I'm writing w dot main loop. So this will loop will be in the infinite loop until and unless we are closing the window. That's the point. When we are closing the window, it's automatically close. The execution will stop. So this is the reason which is just occurring by the an event, but that is occurring by the work closing the window only. While window is appearing and can be happen some event just like the key praise button click. Yes, that is also possible. So this loop come into the infinite loop. Due to this reason, it will wait for the some event happening. So that could be anything. So this is the point we have to keep in mind. So your application will check if even an event has occurred or not. So if so, then it will execute the same code to response to you. The event loop is provided for you with the Tinker library, so you don't have to write any code and check for event yourself. However, you do have to write the code that will be executed in the response to an event. In Tinker library, you write the functions called the event handler. And what is event handler? How to handle the event, just like the key praise, click on the button, okay, and get some input. These are the some various event handler for the event that you use in your program or applications. But this is not the end of the thing. In between, I am just writing a simple application in front of you, and then you will easily understand. First, I'm writing a simple program, uh, an example. I'm writing this is a point, an example to understand event handling. Okay, event handling, event handling. Now, I'm just writing the program import tkinter as tk and w equal to tk dot this one. Okay, oh, this k should be small. Yeah. And I'm writing a function, the when function, and here we need to write the default that is a handle keep praise. You can see the color is automatically changed. Suppose I'm defining the some my function. Okay, so I can define. So this is some event default press. This is a event handler function. We need to keep in mind as it is. And here we need to pass the parameter event. Okay, and then we need to print something. Print event dot character. Event dot character. Event itself is a object that is handled by the Tinker library. So no need to define especially. Okay, so event dot character. Whatever character I am printing, it will represent on the my screen as well. And then I am just closing the w dot main loop. Okay, so this is the point. This is a small program which just understand how to handle the event. And what is event? Event is just nothing. As I told you a couple of the minutes ago, event is just nothing, which is just an action that occurring the event loop that might trigger some behavior in the application. Okay, such as the key pressing or the mouse button when it need to be pressed. So when I'm executing this code, then you can see nothing is to be happen. Just like a normal window will. So I will show by the sharing the my screen. Don't worry. Regardless this one, I have been object. Why it is not happening? So there is a function which is known as the bind method because this bind method is more required to manage the event handler. To call an event handler, whenever an event occurs on a widget, choose bind method. The event handler is set to bound to the event because it is called every time of the event occurring. So you will continue with the key press example when the previous section and use previous section means previous example as I showed in the few couple of the seconds ago. Use bind to bind the handle key press and key press event. So suppose I'm executing once again and I'm just writing anything. So it will not code anything. So this is the reason. Just close this one. I'm executing once again, and on this window I'm writing anything. It will not show anything. So what I have to do, I have to add the something which are required to necessary, and that is the w dot bind method I have to use. Okay, so I need to bind the all the event to this window. That's why bind method is more applicable. Bind dot, and here what I'm doing, I'm just this syntax we have to keep in mind as it is key whatever the key I'm pressing and which is handled by the our handle method. So handle key press. Okay, I need to write as it is and so bind key press event to handle the handle key press method. Okay, this is the point. Let me check is it working or not. Handle key press. It's not a typing mistake. Let me check. When this one is okay. Any error? Just let me check. W dot bind. I think this should not be different. So maybe typing mistake could be. Let me execute once again. Where we are getting the error. That event type of the key, some key. Okay. Event is small and key we need to pass as it is. Yeah. This says the K should be capital actually. Okay. I got an error. Yeah. Yes. Now I'm executing this code on this frame. I'm just I'm typing something. You can see on the frame.
Yeah,
I'm
sir.
just pressing the some key. Then it will be appear on the screen. Just I'm pressing A, so A will display on the my window as well. Okay. So these are the simple things we can manage by the event handling. Now I think I must share the my screen. Then you can easily understand what is happening over here. Now let me share the my entire screen. Then you can see the multiple window simultaneously. Now, before explaining this event handle program, let me first explain this one grid method. A few couple of the minutes ago, I've explained. I've changed nothing. I've changed the padding, or I've just not changed. I've added the two parameter padx and padby. So you can see if I'm executing this code, you can see this window perfectly. You can see 5 by 5 window is very sharply or clearly visible to us without any hurdle, without any disturbance. Okay, but when I'm executing this code after adding the these two parameter padx and padby, so you can see the difference between these two. So there is a gap between, there is a space which between the two different frames and two different frames. Okay, and followed by the some spaces in the horizontal and vertically as well. You can see is it visible to all? Tell me yes or no. This is visible to all. The gaps are showing visible to all. In the previous example, there is no gap, which are tightly close to each frame are very close to each other. But now you can see this. Keep in mind, see this example. See this example once again. It's which are tightly close. Okay, these each and every frame are very tightly close. But when I'm executing this code with the help of the padx and parameter, then you can see the gap between the each and every frames. Now it is visible to all right now. The example is visible. Okay, so now next the example is perfectly feasible. Now coming to point, so an example to understand event handling. So when I'm not using, see, when I'm not using the bind method, then I'm executing this code. The perfectly window is visible to you, but when I'm pressing any letter or any key, something, just C, B, A, B, C, whatever I want to press, nothing is happening over here because this my window is not bind to the my event. Whatever the event I'm just occurring over here, there is no action is. So what I'm doing, I can write over here. Yeah, we need to use dot bind method. Okay, dot bind method to bind method to bind the event to bind the event with the window. That is the point, window. So that's why what I have to do, I have to change something over here. I have to use the bind method and the key, whatever the key I'm pressing, but the event handler, that is a handler key press which will manage and it will print on the my screen as well. So I'm executing this code in front of you and you can see on this window. On this window, I'm pressing the W. So you can see on the my screen at the bottom side on this cell, you can see still programming executing. Okay, so W will come. Now on this window, I'm pressing the I, F, S, E, R, A, Q, R. So all these letter, whatever I'm pressing, it will display on the my screen as well, but not on the my Python cell or Jupyter cell window as in from the output because what I'm using the print. So you can also edit this program, whatever I'm pressing, that will should reflect to the my label. So it will should display on the my screen in form of the frame, whatever I'm pressing. That's a you can change the program. If I'm typing anything, that should display on the my screen as well. Okay, so this is the something you can write a program to whatever input I'm taking. I'm just clicking on the print, so it will should display on the my screen in form of the labels. I can take it as it is. So these are the some small program which may help you to understand the event driven programming as well. Okay, so this example is clear. Is the event driven program is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in this whatever we are learning, these are the basic things we are trying to learn. You can explore yourself to change the code. You can explore your idea to update the code according to your need, and you can just make a good program. This will help you. So Python is more important nowadays, and this is a part of our life which will deal with the real life application. And of course, nowadays we are part of the GUI. So whatever the program you're writing, rather than writing the command base or the command line based program, it is better idea to write the code and apply for the application for GUI base. You can define a window where you can take the two inputs, your name or numbers, whatever you want to take. You can display on the screen. So these methods will help you to understand the everything. So these are the good examples. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen on the single window part. Then I will like to explain more details about the this part right now. Now I'm just stopping this point. Now, so this part we have seen. So now I'm just coming to the next part. Yes, this is the point I'm remembering. Can we use a button or can we use our window where I'm just clicking by the mouse? So it is also possible to do. Yes, it is also possible. So I'm just changing nothing. I'm just changing this code by click over here. So rather than the even handle key press, we can also use the handle click. So this click means whenever I'm clicking, okay, whenever I'm clicking, it will display my name. Okay, whenever I'm clicking on the window, it will display my name only on the screen. And I have to change something. And here button I have to take the button event. So button equal to, so that is b any variable b dot tk dot this button. There's no button, but it treated as a button. The my window it should treat it as a window, and click me and click me and rather than the key press, I have to write the handle click click and rather than the key, I need to use a button. Let me check it is working or not. Yes, it's now working. Whenever a window is displaying on the my screen, I'm just clicking on the window part. Now it's just showing the my name only. Yes. Okay. So this is a good program. Output I will show while sharing the my entire screen. So you can also use the different event that is a event handle click. So you can also search the all these things over the internet. You can easily find out. You can find out the many things over the internet. There are lots of things. Uh, uh, so something I'm just remembering. I would like to show a very small program. Uh, the GUI is not ended over here. This is the event-driven part we are seeing. Okay. In between, I am remembering a turtle programming actually. So what is a turtle programming? Turtle programming means when you want to work with the real example of the event-driven. Event-driven means real GUI-based application you want to learn. Then you can understand the turtle programming. Turtle is nothing which is a Python features for drawing purpose. So you can say this is a drawing programming. So whenever you want to draw something on the screen with a good manner, then you can use the turtle library. So turtle libraries you can also use unlike the Tinker library, and for the drawing purpose you can also use. So turtle is nothing which is a Python features of the drawing purpose drawing board. It will display the drawing board automatically, no need to define special anything, which lets you command to turtle draw all over the screen as well. And we can also use the function turtle dot forward, turtle dot right, turtle dot key, or whatever the key you want to use, you can use accordingly. You can plot the all the drawing panel by using the turtle library. So what have we have to do? We have to use the four things: import the turtle module, create the turtle to control. Turtle means nothing. Turtle means a drawing panel, and draw the around using the turtle methods, and you run the turtle done. Turtle done just like the window dot man loop. Okay, if you remember the window dot main loop, that is just defining the window. But turtle dot done means we are just defining the everything, and when after completion of our objective, when close our window, then turtle done the turtle dot done method will call, and it will just stop our execution. Regarding this one, uh, I am just want to show something which will help you. Uh, just let us understand a small program of turtle. Now, what is a turtle actually? It is a feature in a Python programming to uh, use drawing board actually. Okay, drawing board. Okay, that's the main important one. So I'm just doing nothing, just import turtle, just this one you have to write. Okay. Import turtle, you no need to use right now the tinker, you have to use the import turtle. And I'm just want to display the star. So s is my variable, and we have to use a function turtle dot in the turtle class, just unlike the tk dot tk in the window we have done, and this variable. Now, what are the methods of the turtle library we can also use? So we can also use the various method as I told you, uh, turtle dot forward, turtle dot backward, or many things. So you can use the various method. So without with this object, you can also use the right. Right. I'm just want to use a 75, and s dot and forward 100, forward 100. Whatever size you can pass the pixel size. And for I in S or range, I'm just 5. Okay, and then this one, and this one should move. This S is our star object which move automatically. You can take any other variable, whatever you want to take, right? And 500. It's just randomly I'm taking understanding purpose only. I'm pretty sure it will not depict the character. 200 is too much. 200 for every day 200 and rather than the 100. Now forward. So forward, I'm just going to the 100 only. I'm pretty sure the my star will not get it as it is, but it just showing small level. And at the right, unlike window dot main loop, we can also use a turtle dot done. Turtle dot done. Let me execute any queries over here or not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was not done perfectly, but somehow we can done. For explaining purpose, I can take it. Yes, it's done perfectly, but not perfectly, but somehow we have seen. Okay, so now I'm going to share my entire screen. Okay, so you can easily understand the many things. Now I'm going to, okay, this is the small, there's no error actually. It will come every time. So I'm going to share my entire screen. Now you can see this result, what we are seeing. Now, okay, this one. First, I would like to explain our previous example, Tinker Library, where we have clicked. So I'm just clicking on this part. Now you can see this window. This window is coming. So when I'm clicking anything on this window, you can read the my name is displaying on the screen. You can also see everything. Again I'm clicking multiple times, so it will display the my name again. Okay, we have not used a button, so that's why the button is not mentioning over here. We can also use the, we can also define the button on the screen and it will come and it will display the text click me. Here it is not showing, but I'm clicking on over here, so we are seeing. So which event is occurring? Only click event. Okay, and which is just identified by the handle click. If I'm closing this window, there's no issue. But when I'm just talking about the turtle programming, there is a lots of the program I have definitely. When I'm just clicking on this part 75, this one we have, I can take the 404 and I can take the 144 something. I'm changing something and I'm executing this code. You can see this screen just displaying the perfect star on the my screen. Just we need to pass the respective parameters over here. So you can see on the drawing panel everything is showing in front of you. And this is the beauty of the our Python programming. We can also depict the, we can write the program in the specific manner whatever you want to do. You can print a hexagon, you can display anything whatever you want to do by the our turtle library. So although it is not much applicable, but most of the people will love to work with the Tinker library because it's convenient to everyone. So Turtle is not much popular, but compared to the Tinker library, but Turtle is also giving the flexibility to write the code in smooth manner. That's the beauty. Okay, this is the reason I'm discussing over here. You can explore yourself to learn more from the Turtle library. You can go and from the very source you can find and you can see the everything.